Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant Rajan. Welcome to the Stock Market Podcast from mpiinvest.com, the only platform where you learn to invest and trade in the stock market, plan your financial goals, invest in different financial assets like stocks and mutual funds, and grow with a community of knowledgeable investors. If you are not a part of the community yet, visit our website mpiinvest.com to join the community free of cost. Coming to the markets yesterday, the Nifty opened at 15,912 and closed at 16,259, up by 2.63% and a major bull run of 417 points in a single day. Like I told you, this is not a major buying, I could say, and this cannot be taken as a reversal right now because FIs continue to sell for almost 2,200 crores and DIs continue to buy for almost 2,300 crores. So if you see, there was no major buying by the institutionals, but it was just probably the short covering by the retailers and the HNIs which has driven the market up. So this cannot be taken as a very positive sentiment right now. However, I am expecting the market not to go below 16,000 again unless there is some major negative news. So 16,000 will continue to be a major support, and if you look at from the present level, 16,200 also can act as a support, and 16,100 will be another good support. So these are three levels which we can watch out on the downside. And coming to the upper side, Nifty of course has major resistance at 16,350 to 400 level. So until 16,400 levels are broken, we cannot expect the Nifty to go higher as well. So for this week, since tomorrow is the expiry, I am not expecting the Nifty to trade above 16,500 also as of now. So the range for this week can be something around 16,200 to 16,500. Now coming to the market yesterday, I also told in the evening podcast that WPI, the wholesale price index inflation data has come, and it is higher than March. In March, it was at 14.55%, and in April, it has gone up to touch 15.08%. But the good thing is, the market was in such a bull run yesterday, it just did not matter what comes in WPI. In fact, this data was out during the market hours and still the market continued to rise. So that's a kind of good sign. We can see some positivity in the retailers at least right now. Now coming to the US markets, in fact, I told you there was important news that we were waiting for on as Mr. Jerome Powell, the chair of Federal Reserve, was to speak yesterday. So he came out and spoke yesterday and told that the interest rates are going to be continuously hiked until the inflation is in control. So with that, we could see the markets kind of jittery. We could see a volatile movement in the US market, but still the good thing is US market also closed in the green yesterday. So yesterday Nasdaq was up by 2.76%, S&P 500 was up 2%, and Dow Jones was up 1.34%. Similarly, if you look at other European markets were also in the plus, more than 1% up. We could also see the Hong Kong and Shanghai market closing in green yesterday. But then as I look at the market right now, Shanghai is already trading at minus 0.56%, and China is also down by 1.3%. Hong Kong is down by 0.76% in the early morning trades that has started already there. But if you look at Nifty, the SGX Nifty is actually indicating a gap down opening. Yes, so it's at 16,244, slightly down, I would say. So it's almost flat, we could say. However, I would say this is a good sign because generally if there's a gap up, it can get sold, and if there's a gap down, things are kind of okay. So a small gap down or a small flat, being a flat start is always a good way of starting the day. Let us see how things go there. Now coming to some news from India, we have PI Industries declaring the results yesterday, and their net profit has risen by 14% year on year. The revenue has also surged by 16.5%. That's something really good. Coming to two new stocks which is entering our radar, is Jubilant Ingravia. In fact, the company's profit has risen by 26% year on year, and the margin also is on a rise by almost 10.98%. So that's kind of good for Jubilant Gravy, and I am kind of adding it to my radar, and I would of course share it in the community when I buy the same. IRB Infrastructure is another company that has come into our radar. They have reported a profit of 79%. The 79% jump in the profit, and also the income has risen to 1,682 crores. So that's something good, and we could actually have a look at this also in the coming days. DLF reported a net profit, which actually fell year on year by 16%, which is not great. Even the revenue has dropped by 9%. So we need to see how DLF, market reacts to DLF results. But something that came as a surprise is Indian Oil. So Indian Oil, the country's largest petroleum producer, has actually reported a net profit of 6,645 crores, but it was down by 26%. Yes, so it is actually down compared to last year, and things are something that we need to look out here in this sector. So of course, but with the crude oil prices going up, Indian Oil should have been in profit. So why is the profit going down? So this is something that needs to be watched out. But like I told you, some positive news is from Bharti Airtel, which has tripled its consolidated net profit. Yes, 161% rise in the net profit, majorly because of the growth in the telecom sector, and that's a great news. In fact, this can be a great news for Reliance also, because Jio also would be in a similar situation where they have both. If you remember, in the previous quarter I had discussed about this, both the Bharti Airtel as well as Jio had increased their tariff, ARPU. Average revenue per user has actually gone up, and that can be a positive news for Reliance as well. And if Reliance also takes this positive and the market takes this as a positive, we could see Reliance moving up. And if Reliance moves up, along with that, Nifty can go up. But then, yes, the support and resistance which I told you earlier, the technicals would actually remain the same. So that's it for the day. Let us see how the market reacts to all this data. I am of course looking for a positive, movement, wherein I don't see a big positive movement, but at least a consolidation since the rise yesterday. And I'm not looking at the market falling also big time. But all depends on one important factor, that is FIIs. What are they going to do? So let's see what they have in store for us today, and have a great and profitable day as always. This is Srikant Rajan signing off. Goodbye.